tee it up for hospice. And it's a pleasure to have him with us, the Vice President of the USI Insurance Services. And Nick, is it Pahula?
It's Puhala.
Puhala.
Yes, sir.
What origin is that?
It's Slovak.
Slovak.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, Nick. What is your position here with the Hospice Golf Tournament? What's going on?
We're really honored to be the title sponsor for this year's tournament. When the opportunity presented itself to provide support for such an outstanding organization and the longest serving hospice and nonprofit in Savannah, we jumped at the opportunity to do that.
Mm-hmm. And also with us from Hospice is the Vice President of Service Excellence at Hospice, and boy, is their service excellent, is Jamie Espina. Jamie, great to have you with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
You folks are real heroes. My wife spent my mom spent her last days at Hospice, and I'm telling you, you guys are just heroes there.
Well, thank you for saying that. We appreciate that.
What is now? What's the purpose of this tournament? I presume there's fundraisers like everything else, but what makes it special?
Well, USI has been a great partner for Hospice Savannah, and they've been a great friend to Hospice Savannah, and they recognize that by helping us with this golf tournament, that they can raise funds for our Daily Impact Fund, mm-hmm. which really goes to all of those services that are non-reimbursable to our patients and families. So our music therapy, our massage therapy, our story keeping, our Pet Peace of Mind program, and our We Honor Veterans program, which is an amazing program to really provide veterans who hadn't been recognized the support and the recognition at end of life, to really make that transition special for them. Those funds also go for some of our community services that are available to everyone in the community. So for example, our Full Circle Grief and Loss services, which provide bereavement services, whether either one-on-one or group support, children's grief camp to everyone in the community at no cost, or our newest services, which we're very excited about, the Adele Caregiver Institute, which is caregiving services for family caregivers. No one in the country is addressing caregivers, and as we know, with the baby boomers aging, that's going to be the biggest need, is folks to take care of all these folks. So Hospice Savannah, forward thinking, has really looked ahead and said, we got to do something about caregivers. So starting this month, we're going to start services for family caregivers, and we're really excited about it.
A lot of these, you guys go to and help out a lot of things that sort of get swept under the rug, or people just don't think about at some point, and Hospice looks like it's leading the charge here.
Well, we see ourselves as a community partner, a community service. We're here for the community as a true nonprofit with no owners. The community is our owner. We try to identify what the needs are, and Hospice Savannah has always been a leader, has always been aggressive. You know, we were in a very small southern town. In 1979, we opened our doors providing hospice services. We recognized the need for a hospice house when symptoms can't be managed in the home. We recognized the needs for grief and loss, for palliative care, and now for caregivers. We've always been on the cutting edge, and we feel that we owe it to the community because the community's been so good to us. For example, USI supporting us, paying for the buildings that with our capital campaigns. We're very fortunate to be part of this community, and we feel a responsibility to the community.
And from USI is Nick Puhala, who's Vice President there. And Nick, I know that has probably a lot, maybe you or a lot of your people have been using hospice services or been touched by them in some way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody has a story about kind of the end of life process. I know for me personally, a very good friend of mine just went through this a couple years ago with his father, and so watching hospice perform just in an admirable fashion and making that as easy as it could possibly be for him and his mom certainly touched me and made it all the more reason why, when the opportunity to partner with hospice and do anything that we can to help, we're certainly aggressive in that.
Jamie, what sort of things do people need to know about hospice that you would like to pass on that would make them maybe more excited about going to this golf tournament?
Well, one thing, I'll tell you a couple things. One thing, we're Hospice Savannah, and the reason I say that, the reason that's important to say Hospice Savannah is because there's now going to be 14 hospices in our community. Wow. Now, Hospice Savannah has been around since the beginning as a true nonprofit. The others are not, they're for-profits, and although the folks who do the work do it from love and compassion, the ultimate goal is different. Our goal is to support the community. The others are to support shareholders and stock owners and things like that. So I want to make clear, I hear hospice and people think it's one organization, like hospital, and it's not. And it's important that people research and find the difference between hospices. But what I really want people to know is that by going out and working with USI and having fun on a beautiful day and playing some golf, that you can impact people's lives greatly. The story that most recent that brings warmth to my heart is of a woman who was in our program who has some developmental disabilities. She's at the end of life, and she always felt and was inspired by princesses. So Hospice Savannah was able to arrange the princesses to come to our community. They stay in character the whole time, and we made Princess for a Day for this woman and her father, and she said it was the best day of her life. And that's what Hospice Savannah is about. That's what quality of life at end of life is really about. It's about living fully and really experiencing and accomplishing what folks need to do so that when they do die, which is a natural process, that they have a peaceful quality death.
Indeed. Well, Jamie, I can't tell you how much how impressed I am with your services, and just God love you. Like I said, you're doing the Lord's work there, and I'm really impressed with you and your staff. It's great stuff. And Nick, thanks so much for supporting this, because I know how important it is on a personal level as much as a community level.
Yes, sir, absolutely. And to be able to work with Jamie and his team and all the great folks at Hospice and provide support is something we're just so honored to have the opportunity to do.
All right, thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
All right.